Is an Uber customer calling. Hello.
Hello, sir. Hi, I'm the Uber customer, Peter.
Yes, sir.
Hi.
And Uber Black and Uber X, if you are going like 10-15.
All right. Hey, all right. I am physically now. The address is 56th Street between 6th and 7th Avenue.
56th Street between 6 and 7. This week so far I made $509. I must have drove about 50-60 hours this week. Uber is dropping the price repeatedly. They drop it 20% year and a half ago and 15% few months ago. They keep on increasing their commission and keep on reducing our profit. I have to work more hours to make same amount of money.
Inder Parmar has driven for Uber for 3.5 years, but he says it's not the same as when he started.
I have kids going to college. I have my house mortgage to pay. My insurance, nothing has gone cheaper. But my income has been dropped by 45% in the last 2 years.
It was his dream to put his 3 children through college.
See, we as an Indian culture, we parents try to pay for it, okay? That's our culture, and I wanted to pay for it, and but now I could not afford it. He had to take a loan. So sad feeling for the parents when they cannot do something for their kids.
You eat a lot of fat when you're driving. You don't do that much exercise, so in order to not to get really huge, you have to calculate your calories. So that's why skim milk is the best.
Farouk Kamdamov came to the U.S. 8 years ago from Tajikistan. He's currently a student at Borough of Manhattan Community College.
I came to New York because it was my dream to be in this country, and so basically I'm chasing my American dream. My goal is to get an accounting degree. If I would go to work some restaurant, I wouldn't have that much time to study. Here, I can't even study in the car. I have my laptop sometime with me. I can go to airports while I'm waiting for the fare. I can just open my laptop and study my homeworks. There's a lot of students also who do this job. Right now they spend less time on focusing on their education, and they're working because they have financed the car on their shoulders. Like me, I have $33,000 finance on my shoulder, and I got this car a month ago. So it's either I need to think about the car to pay out the car or the study, so it's all messed up now.
Yeah, looking at the weather, yeah, it looks like that it's gonna be a busy day, busy night.
Ong Sherpa drove a taxi for 17 years before switching to Uber, so he could have the freedom to choose his own hours.
This is my car. 2010. Get my phone out. The biggest troubling part is, I never thought like the fare would go down so much, And my wife used to work, and now since her pregnancy, and she had a little complicated pregnancy, so she had a procedure and then she stopped working. It's going to be hard, I have to pay bills, pay rent, and with the baby it's more difficult. I need gas now. Straight.
Go straight?
Straight, and then when you see 49th Avenue, make a right. I don't think I made more than 175 driving 11 hours. Yeah, and that's before taxes.
30,000 drivers makes money or don't make money. Uber does not care. But Uber made 20% of every dollar what driver made.
So now Uber drivers like Parmar and Sherpa are joining together to be heard.
We know that we are up against a massive giant, but in the face of injustice, we will not back down.
Worker power.
That's right.
Union
power.
Union power.
Workers' power.
Union power.
Workers' power.
Union power. Workers' power.
Nikhil Krishnan used to work for Uber's strategy and operations division.
At the end of the day, everything Uber does is sort of to maximize supply and demand and make sure they sort of reach the intersection. That's why you have things like surge pricing. That's why they're dropping the rates.
Krishnan says Uber's business model is to get as many drivers on the streets as possible, so users wait less time, and in turn, drivers pick up more people.
There's a lot of sort of data and engineering that goes in the background to make sure that Uber drivers basically are maximizing the amount of people they're picking up.
However, drivers say they are picking up the same amount of people and making less money.
Price change bringing more customers and drivers making more money. This is whatever they're saying. Our data shows. Data. But data are one dimension. It doesn't show you exactly what driver is going through to make those money. We wrote an open letter to the company. We invited them to talk to us. We told them to meet with us. And we got the response from them. They met with us in their office. They invited us, and we've been there for 2 hours, and nothing actually changed.
Nothing. We can't do nothing. You know, we're trying now. The driver's trying to collect 2,000 signatures, and to send a petition to city council, so to pass a law say we can unionize, just like they passed in Seattle. Of course, Uber is going to fight that. It's a lot of money. But at least we should try.
If you're a single worker and you go to them and say, "Don't cut the price," they'll say, "Quit. Go work for Lyft. Go drive a yellow cab." But if you could put 1,000 of them together and somebody speak for them, you might have some influence on what the company's going to do.
Lance Liebman, a Columbia University law professor, says Uber drivers are technically self-employed.
So they're saying to these people, and if you get enough calls, you'll be able to pay your bills and maybe make a few dollars, but you're going to have to worry about your own pension and your kids' health benefits and everything else. So this is a no-risk story for Uber.
Whenever we talk or anybody else talk, they call us independent contractor. But whenever they send us an email, they write in that email, we are Uber partner, and both of us should grow together. But in practical life, only Uber is growing, drivers are not growing. Drivers are losing money, and Uber is the one who makes all the money.
All right, got my coffee, and throw this cup out.
I tell you, I left my house. I'll be back in the evening. I end up in Charleston, South Carolina.
Really?
Yep, I took the people to Charleston, South Carolina, 750 miles away.
Before Uber came in to these markets, the alternative was much, much worse. You see people with 40 to 50% commission rates taken from these black cab services, or taxi medallions, which cost upwards of $1 million plus to buy. And Uber basically gave them the ability to avoid all of that. And so while there is very much a vocal minority who is very sort of, hurt the most by how Uber is functioning right now, it's important to realize that for the majority of drivers, Uber is, kind of one of the best things like ever happened to them.
Uber has revolutionized the ride-hailing industry. If that's for better or for worse, it depends on who you ask.